Hey guys, it's Ashley. Welcome back to my channel. So in today's build, we are building a cottage that I would imagine could work well in Henford-on-Bagley as well, but we're building it in Brindleton Bay. And I mostly just wanted to build it in Brindleton Bay because I felt that, well, first of all, cottages go well near the beach. And I was also just thinking it would be really cute for the sim to be out in their backyard, tending to their chickens or cow or llama, whatever they decide to have here on their property, like overlooking the ocean. I just thought it would be really sweet, especially because Brindleton Bay is it just seems like a really small town. It kind of reminds me a little bit of Bodega Bay, and in Bodega Bay there are lots of cows. I wasn't at all thinking that necessarily at the time while I was building, but afterward, once it was kind of all put together and I decided that I wanted the sim that lives here to have a cow and some chickens, I was thinking a little bit along the lines of Brindleton Bay. Oh my gosh, no, Bodega Bay. We are in Brindleton Bay, but Bodega Bay. So anyway, that's kind of what we went for here. It's this cutesy little cottage, and it's just one bedroom, one bathroom. The bathroom is a shared laundry room, I suppose, and then the rest of the home is pretty small. Everything is pretty much in one room, like the living room, little dining area, nook, and kitchen are all just one room, but I think it works out well. It's not too crammed because I don't really clutter up too much. It's basically just everything your Sims need with some decorations, and that's pretty much it. But as you can see, we're just putting together the floor plan, or I guess the exterior of the home, and then we'll be working on the floor plan. But since we are just kind of building still, I wanted to say that I apologize for being MIA the last couple of weeks. Honestly, the last couple of weeks just kind of slipped through my fingers. I was very aware the first week that I was like, shoot, I don't have a build ready. So I had started building another build entirely. I think I was building in Newcrest. I was doing like a suburban home. It was going to be a family home. And I was thinking about making it a limited pack build. But just, I don't know, for whatever reason lately, I don't know if it's because it's getting hot out and I'm not a huge fan of the heat. Like I just don't do super well in the heat, or because I know that we're moving soon, or really what the issue was. But I just had like this mental block where I just wasn't feeling creative at all. So I would go on Pinterest and look up inspiration photos for homes or apartments, just anything I could. And I still just felt like whatever I was going to create was going to be trash. So I purposely didn't upload 2 weeks ago, because I think we're now going on 2 weeks of me not uploading, which is like so weird because I've never missed more than 1 week before. So it felt a bit odd. And then this last week I was just like, you know what? I've already accepted the fact that I've taken some time off, even though I didn't mention it to you guys. So I do feel bad about that. So I apologize. But yeah, my husband and I, we are moving. We found out when we're moving, and I'm still kind of trying to figure out if I'm going to take any time off of building. I probably will take like a week off, or I might just upload really late 1 week. But if you guys were around for last build, so I think this is a couple weeks ago now, I mentioned that my husband and I are moving, and just in general, that this part doesn't have anything to do with the move, but I just haven't been super consistent, or at least I haven't felt mentally consistent with my builds. I've been pretty good about sticking to uploading once a week, typically always on a Monday or a Tuesday. It's always very early in the week. And then recently I've just been like, I don't know, it feels hard to keep up some weeks. And then even if I make a build, if I release a build on Mondays, it still feels like I wasn't ready just quite yet. So I'm just going to be still uploading once a week, but it's not always going to be on a Monday. But I am going to try to stay as consistent as I can, uploading once a week. And I want these builds to be the best. I don't want to just pump out some content that I don't really feel that strongly about, or builds that I wouldn't personally use myself. So that's kind of why I took a little bit of time off without really saying anything. I didn't mention anything on my Instagram or anything like that. But I do feel guilty, but I also just knew that I needed it, and this build ended up being really cute, so I was glad I took the time off. But now I need to work on a build for next week, and I still feel very behind in that sense. But Anyway, my husband and I were moving in 2 weeks from now. So if you're watching this on Monday, we're moving in exactly 2 weeks. So I think this week I could manage, maybe doing like an apartment renovation and then doing one more build. That way I can take a week off, but it probably wouldn't be until the week after if necessary, just because I'll be busy, getting all of our stuff moved in and just getting settled and all that good stuff. And I'll be commuting a little bit more now because we're moving further away from both of our jobs. So yeah, but it's kind of what you have to do because it's cheaper further away from where we live or from where we work, which a lot of people do because it's expensive, just to like live in general anywhere, especially in California. And so we work in the Bay Area, but we don't really live in the Bay Area. We commute from like more inland where it's cheaper. So we make more, but we spend less on living costs, but it's still like so expensive. So anyway, that's what's going on in my life. And also, if you didn't know and haven't been around, I'm having a baby in a few months. So I also still need to figure out my schedule with that. I kind of need to do some pre-recorded builds, but fortunately, I'll have my own little space now. My husband and I, we live with my in-laws currently, so it's just kind of hard. There's always people around and there's always noises going on. They're currently doing construction in their front yard. Like, it's just like, there's just a lot of things and like a lot of reasons why I haven't been like wanting to build recently. There's just lots of distractions and other things that I feel like I could be getting done, but I still love to prioritize my channel. So anyway, I'm done rambling. That's basically it. We are now furnishing the living room, kitchen, dining room area, like this main common space, I guess you could say. This build would be great for 1 to 2 Sims. I'm thinking there is a double bed in the bedroom. There's only one bedroom, like I said. It's not attached to the bathroom or anything. I was thinking that this sim just feels one with nature. There's not necessarily like a ton of plants in the living room. I mean, you just saw me place down like 3 in one general area, so you might disagree. But I think overall, there's not too many plants. When I'm purposely trying to furnish a home for a plant-loving sim, there's way more plants than this. So just trust me on that one. But when I say one with nature, I just mean, yeah, they like plants. They obviously love living out here in Brindleton Bay or just anywhere that offers lots of open nature. Like, they don't have to have this fenced in backyard or anything. It's very open. Any neighbor could literally just like walk through their backyard and pet their cow. They do end up having a cow, at least when I play tested here. I had my sim play test with a cow and I think like 3 to 4 chickens. Chickens don't live very long in The Sims 4, but honestly, it's fine because I feel like they make enough hatchable eggs to where you can replace them just in time. So we end up having some chickens here, and also I was thinking the sim they do have, because as you probably already saw in the beginning of the build, there is a composting bin out front, so maybe they cycle through what kind of bugs or insects they like to have out there. I think when I play tested here, just because it took me so long to get all the screenshots, for whatever reason, I literally have no idea why, I had them play test with all sorts of different insects. I had them play test with, I think the only ones they didn't do were the beetles, or there's 2 kinds of beetles. There's like the bombardier beetles. I don't even actually know what they're called, but I know it's some word like that. But I had them play test with beetles, grubs, and crickets. And then I think for like nature wise, and then there's a bird feeder out back near the cow shed as well. So this sim loves to feed birds, watch birds, cloud gaze, stargaze. They have this in-unit washer and dryer, indoor washer and dryer, but there's also a wash tub and a clothesline outside as well. So on the days that the weather's a little bit nicer and their clothes will dry up nice and quickly, then, maybe this sim hops out there and just washes up their clothes in the wash tub. I really do like to have my sims do that. I know that you can, if your sim has enough skill in handiness, they can upgrade the washer to, you know, allow for them to add fragrance to their clothes, but it's just so much easier to do it out in the wash tub personally. I think, I don't know what skill they have to have, like what skill level they need in order to do that upgrade part, but I know it's like always my most handy Sims can do it, and then like my decently handy Sims can't. So I feel like it's kind of up there. So it's nice to just do it in the wash tub, and then, you know, they have this nice little mood lit because their clothes smell all fancy and whatnot. But anyway, we are now hopping back out into the living room, just kind of decorating a little bit more. And I think I end up adding, maybe I add some stuff off camera. I add another, I think, I don't know, like wall plant maybe. And then I also add a thermostat later because I almost completely forgot a thermostat. I actually did forget a thermostat originally, and my Sims were playing here for probably a few Sim days without a thermostat, and then they were like complaining about being cold. So I was like, ooh, great. That's a good reminder, guys. Thank you. And I added a thermostat. But now we are moved on into the bedroom, and I end up just making this very light in color. It's like really, I don't know. Yeah, it's just light in color, I guess is the best way I can put it. I do end up having to switch up the orientation off camera. You don't end up seeing it here. The first day I play tested here, I think I had my Sim like drink the sleep replacement, so I didn't actually need them to really come into this room for anything specific, even though the whole point of playtesting is just to make sure that everything works, and everything in here did work, other than they just couldn't get to the other side of the bed. So the bed side, or the side of the bed that's nearest to the window right here, they couldn't get to it, and I wanted you to be able to have two Sims here, so I did have to switch up the orientation a little bit. I ended up placing a window on this wall instead of the dresser. I placed the dresser over by the wall near the door, and just moved some things around, so there's plenty of room for both Sims to get in and out of this bedroom with no issues or anything like that. And then I think maybe for now we are done with the bedroom, and we're just hopping out to the backyard, just adding some nice decorations, some lighting, making it enjoyable for your Sims to be out here. And that's pretty much it for the build. We are coming up on the screenshots. So again, I do apologize, you guys, for being absent. I'm going to be getting better at it, but I will be taking some time off in a few short months too. So, but I will let you guys know about that because that's obviously a bigger deal. Like, I'm essentially taking maternity leave. So anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure to hit that subscribe button and follow me over on Instagram and on the gallery. All of that will be linked down below for you guys. And I hope to see you in a future build. Bye.